Wow, 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 wow. Nudity in TV. Hi, you guys. It's Colin here, and I'm back with my second episode of Nudity and TV. I do have a co-host with me for this episode. This is Cammie. She's actually my best friend, but she's like, I guess I could say a connoisseur of sorts when it comes to TV and just media in general. She's kind of like a wizard. So I asked her to come here and talk during this Vodcast episode. Today's topic is the over-sexualization of actors and actresses, just in general, not necessarily just for TV. We're actually going to be looking at how over-sexualization occurs as a result of nudity or a result of revealing clothing, and we have a few good examples that we're going to show you guys today. I'm actually going to be reading off of Wikipedia to give kind of some context about Megan Fox. I looked up her status and persona on Wikipedia, and this is the first two lines on Wikipedia about the status and persona of Megan Fox. It says, Chris Lee of the Los Angeles Times called Fox a, quote, sex symbol of the highest order, and said she was, quote, the first bona fide sex symbol of the 21st century. Craig Flaster of MTV stated, quote, Transformers broke Fox into the mainstream, immediately turning her into a household name and an international sex symbol. That's already problematic.
Yeah.
Just having that as the basis for the rest of the paragraph is already a problem. Megan Fox has been in many critically acclaimed, I don't know if it's a technical word, critically acclaimed, but, some very popular TV shows and movies. Well,
Transformers isn't that good.
But it was really popular. I'm not a connoisseur. By the way, that's Kate's chair squeaking in the background. Thank you, Kate. She's doing our video stuff. But just having that, as the first two sentences is already a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Megan Fox has been over-sexualized in TV and movies. Like, that's...
The first scene you see her in Transformers is her barely dressed, bent over a car, fixing it. Like, that's the first time you see her character.
So that's what it says about her persona. But then you go and you look at what Megan Fox describes about herself, and her own perception of herself, and it's very different. Now, this is from the personal life section of Wikipedia. This was... where was the interview? I'm just going to read it right off of Wikipedia for you guys, all right? She said, with regard to relationships and her sexuality, Megan Fox said that she has a general distrust and dislike of men, and that the perception of her as a, quote, wild and crazy sex bot is false, because she is asocial and has only been sexually intimate with her childhood sweetheart and Brian Austin Green. She stated that she would rather stay at home instead of going out, and emphasized that she cannot have sex with someone she does not love. Obviously, there's a huge difference between how, media and how TV shows and movies portray Megan Fox versus her own perception of herself.
The sad thing is, sexuality, nudity like that is what gets people into the movies, so they're using her body as a way to make more money.
Right. And when we look through this whole series about nudity in TV, the last episode is going to be, is it more good or is it more bad to have people portrayed nude or almost nude in TV? And this is something we're going to have to talk about on that last episode for sure, is, the dangers of having people shown nude in TV. Cammie's going to take the lead a little bit talking about Nickelodeon.
Yeah. So, if you don't already know, you have this producer, critically acclaimed, apparently, named Dan Schneider. He was the producer of iCarly and Victorious, and recently he's been having a lot of accusations thrown against him about sexually and psychologically abusing the kids that he was working with. In particular, an actress named Jeanette McCurdy, who was on iCarly. She played Sam. She released a a biography?
I guess
a memoir about her life, and there's one specific quote. She says, McCurdy claims she was subjected to misconduct and manipulation at the hands of a man identified only as the creator, which has been assumed to be Dan Schneider, but we all know it's Dan Schneider because he's the creator of the show. Believed to be among Nickelodeon's production staff, Dan Schneider. He would put her in situations where he had certain fetishes, is a way to put it, that he would have the kids like wear no shoes or no socks for no reason. It didn't further the plot in the episode at all. And he would have them do that, and it was always, I always thought it was weird when I was watching the show. But she talks about how she was psychologically abused. She would do these weird, like he would massage her weirdly, and like she couldn't say no because they would fire her. And she goes on in the book to say like how her job paid her mom, etc. I'm not going to get into that.
And obviously, there are just so many problems with this. Like, aside from the fact that she was underage, I mean, there's a whole power dynamic there with having someone who's, the creator, as he went by, but having someone who is older than you, has authority over you, all these things go into play with that power dynamic of how are you supposed to, get away from that? You can't really. If you're, a kid, you're not. It's hard to say no to stuff like that.
This is like the most dangerous portion of it, where kids who are minors and they don't have any say. And in Jeanette McCurdy's situation, she was paying her family's bills. She couldn't quit her job, so she had to go on with the abuse for years, and she had no one to help her.
Right. So we kind of out of time for this vodcast. However, the next episode I'm going to be doing next Sunday is actually about exploitation. So naturally, there's a lot of exploitation that goes on with over-sexualization, with nudity in TV. All those things are part of that. So we'll be talking more about it. Cammie will actually be a co-host for next week as well.
Okay.
She will be free to be my co-host. But she'll be here to talk more about this and do a bit more of a deep dive into it. Once again, please follow me on my socials. Right here, you have my Instagram and my X handles. So make sure to follow those and make sure to tune in on Sunday to see the next video. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Nudity in TV.